The U.S. and China wrapped up their trade talks this week. Local experts are analyzing how a thaw in their tariff war would affect Seoul's economy. Yoon Jung-min helped us gauge the potential impact of such developments.
South Korea's economy is expected to see some positive signs from the improvement in trade talks between the U.S. and China on Wednesday. Experts say their trade spat has negatively affected world trade volume, and if the two sides can reach a deal before the March deadline set by their temporary truce, it would alleviate global concerns on the trade front.
The U.S.-China trade war is one of the downside risks for the global economy this year. South Korea suffers sluggish domestic demand and is heavily dependent on exports. Global trade conflicts can affect the country's exports, and if such issues gradually improve, it will alleviate the slowdown in trade.
However, Seoul and the global economy shouldn't be too optimistic. Although the world's two largest economies have made some progress, thorny issues still remain to be discussed in the upcoming high-level talks. Experts say Washington and Beijing need to discuss key details, including Chinese government subsidies, forced technology transfer, and intellectual property protection.
The two countries should discuss key issues such as intellectual property rights, and the success of the negotiation depends on China's implementation of the pledges. If the negotiations break down, it is likely to be one of the biggest risks to the global economy.
Yoon Jung-min, Arirang News.